Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got our SkullMeramon playmat, Favorgk and Phantomon helping us out. Venomiotismon would have joined us as well, but he's a bit too big. And the reason why the three of them are joining us is because we've got a new figure from Favorgk to look at. This time, it is SkullMeramon, aka DeathMeramon in the Japanese dub. A quick look at his box as best as I can because it's a big box. There's the top, claiming DeathMeramon. Here is the front, which is just an image of his head. We've got the side, which shows DeathMeramon and a picture. We've got the back, which shows him. Notice he's not on fire, and he has chains coming out of both of his hands. That's important for later. The other side is exactly the same as the first. And the bottom is just pure black. So, he came in a couple parts. First one being the base. It shows DeathMeramon. This is number 63 of 288, which is a weird number to me. It's 2 grosses, which is a dozen. I don't know why they only made 288. Why not make 300? Make it a nice round number. It's a weird number to go with. But the other thing that you'll notice is that there is nothing to stick DeathMeramon on here. Like Phantomon, his little base, we're going to pull it up, and it's got this pillar, but the pillar has like a spot where it goes in, so that he kind of nicely sits in there. His chains keep moving because that's a thing I'll get into in just a bit. But there's nothing like that for him. Instead, we've got this Meramon, which he does has flames, unlike the box. But there's a magnet in here. And I say a magnet. There's not 2. There's not 1 under each foot. There's only 1 under this foot, which means he freely pivots, which scares me. If they were going to do magnets, I would have liked them to put magnets on both feet. You can see right there where the magnet is. I would have liked a second magnet here. Alternatively, just put some pegs sticking out that stick into his feet and just anchor him down permanently. I don't understand why you would go with magnets. There's really no reason to. Unless there's like an alternate base that he could go on with some other figures. But as far as I know, that doesn't exist. He also comes with some chains. And as I pointed out before, with the chains, they're supposed to go in the hands. This one goes in here and sits just fine. This one, I could not figure out how to get to hold in his fist and make it look natural, because if it went like this, it'd be sticking out straight. And I was like, did it bend? Do I have to bend it back? I don't understand. It wasn't until much later that I found that hole right there, where you take this and you stick it in. And that's where that one goes, which means the box is lying to you when it shows that there is a chain in there. Again, there's the hand showing a chain coming out. There was no such chain in the box, and you'll also notice that there's no chain behind the fist. So at some point, they changed it from going through the fist to behind the fist. I don't know why they would do that and not change it, but they did. Like, I wouldn't have cared so much if the box didn't lie to me and show me that it was coming from the fist as opposed to off the wrist. The next problem I have with him is these fires. I will take this one off of his fist. And as you can see with the fire, there is no way that this is pegging in. Just like his feet, there's no peg holes for it. Unlike his feet, there are no magnets. So it just falls off. I don't know how they intended you to get these on here and keep them on. I initially thought, okay, well, I'm going to want the blue flames on there, so I'm going to super glue them on. Do not use super glue. It turns out that super glue will not adhere this to the figure and will, in fact, eat the paint away. I found out that there are two really good ways to get it to stick. The first one is I've got some kneadable eraser, and you can just knead it a bit and then stick it just on the inside and place it down, and it sticks on just fine. For the other ones, I've used this super glue total tape. I found that this worked just as well. It is more permanent, which at this point I have to do permanent because I messed up the fist, which means I would never not want them on there. And I've just been cutting off little strips, doing as the instructions say to put it on, just to stick it on there. The other problem with the fire, though, is that if, again, we go to the box, we're going to turn it sideways again so you can get a good view. They don't show fire on him. They don't show fire on any of the pictures. There are no instructions when you open this box. So I was at a loss, again, for how to get the fire on. But moreover, where does the fire go? Because these are 6 pieces. And sure, it's easy enough to figure out where the fist ones go. Because, again, like, you take this one off, you look at it, and you go, oh, okay, well, those are... I'm not sure how easy it is to see, but those are knuckle grooves. So clearly, this goes on a hand. And through trial and error, you can figure out which of these go on which hands, because he's only got 2 hands. The rest of these, they fit, but they can fit in like multiple positions. One of them feels correct, whereas like it hits a groove and then it's like it doesn't wiggle very much. But in every other position that I found, they still fit and they would look like they go there, but it's not a snug fit. So if you don't know that it's not supposed to be there, it is very hard to tell that. I would say like that, again, just give me some pegs in there. Just let me plop them in. End of problem. I don't know why, again, they did it this way. Like, either... Because, like, these aren't anywhere on the box. They're not in any of the images from the website where I pre-ordered it. So, for all I knew, it was just him. And I was perfectly fine with that. And they just throw these pieces on. They give me a weak magnet. And only in 1 foot, not both, but 1 foot. I was happy buying him without the flames. If they would have taken that time, gotten the chain to go through the hand, if they would have put pegs in the feet, instead of giving me the blue flames, this guy would have been a home run. As is, I feel like the quality has gone downhill. Because Venomiotismon, I had the problems with some of the horn pieces where they didn't go in all the way nice and snug, but they gave me something similar to this putty in a red color to go with him, to where I stuck it in and no more problems. With Phantomon, I had a problem with this chain where it arrived broken. They said they sent me another piece, and I was like, great. They sent me a partial piece, and I had to drill out some holes. I had to go with them, like, hey, this isn't right. I can't get this piece out that's stuck in there. And they go, oh, add heat. It'll come out no problem. It did not come out no problem. I was worried I was going to break him. In fact, I think I broke that little part right there. It's broken off from their instructions on how to get this replacement piece in. Arukenimon, she had none of those problems. However, her base is too small for her to stand on her own on a shelf with no problem whatsoever. Which is why I have a card protector with some grip tape underneath it on her stand, because like you can see here, like she would easily fall over on any shelf with just an iota of movement. Like I can just barely knock her, and you can see that she is wobbling way too much for my taste. And then you've got all the problems with SkullMeramon, DeathMeramon, whichever one you want to call him, where it's got misleading pictures. They give you extra stuff. Super glue, that was my fault. I understand that, but do not give me pieces and not have any way for me to put them on, because I would feel that most people would be like, all right, well, I guess I'm supposed to glue these on. That's not a crazy thing to think. So there's just too much wrong with this. I would say at this point, if you're buying from Favorgk, buyer beware. I would not suggest them wholeheartedly. Like, it seems like their quality has dipped. Any future releases, I'm going to have to look at with a fine-tooth comb and decide if I really want to purchase them. Because these things are like triple digits, and getting them shipped over is like another like $30 or so normally. So like you've already put down the big money, and they're like, hey, we need more to get it over here. And you go, oh, well, I've already given you all that money. Let me give you more. You have to be ready for that. After this video, I'm definitely going to permanently glue the flames on his fist. I just had it like this just to show you guys like how it can be done without permanent stuff. But because I did ruin that fist, I'm going to have to permanently glue it on there to give myself a little ease of mind. But yeah, let me know. What do you guys think of these down in the comments below? Do you think it's worth it? Have you bought from Favorgk? Let me know, because I would like to hear what you guys think of them. Before we head out, as we always like to do, we got to do a card opening. I have one more of the Judge Pack 3s. Last time we got the Flame Memory Boost. So I would like to get either the Glaive Memory Boost, the Mist Memory Boost, or the Legend Arms Alliance. Any of those would be just fine by me. So let's open her up. And we got Howling Memory Boost. Alright, still a good one. 3 play cost. Main, trash up to 2 Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then place this card in your battle area. Main delay, gain 2 memory. Security, place this card in its owner's battle area. So yeah, not bad. None of the memory boosts are really bad though, so that's all fine. But there you go. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a good old thumbs up. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. We upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.